Everybody, Angry Anyfan fan to bring you the Young Justice episode 19 of the second season summit. Only one more to go! And this brilliant making of a show is done. I just hope it's what the others that will come before it will be just as awesome. But wait, haven't I already talked about this? Oh yeah, next week I'm gonna talk more about the show than that episode. But I'm gonna try to make this short. Well, the Reach and the Light has a meeting. They talk and they try to be friendly with each other, even though Black has more hostility. They mention that the public opinion will better. Aqualad and Artemis are there in their disguises. I mean Artemis in her disguise. And they mention and they wonder about how if the Justice League can return, and apparently they can't return because of the stage attack the Light made on Rambor by the brainwashing, and the fact that they have bribed a lot of the well, you know, jury. I'm a bit surprised though that they have money to do that. Yeah, I know. But so they won't come back. And then when in a in a in a moment it becomes a heated fight. Oh yeah, Black Manta has taken off his mask and so has Deathstroke, and apparently Deathstroke is a white. Well, I do not mean white elderly man. I mean he is a elderly man with white hair. Well, he is white, but you know what I meant. I meant to say that he had white long hair. A white elderly man with white long hair. Come. Anyway, he looked older than I actually thought he was. But I never really know who he is. Back to the topic. There was a little fight scene between Black Beetle and some of the agents of the Light, like Artemis and Deathstroke, because well they don't trust each other. However, in one rare occasion, Ra's al Ghul touches Artemis, and after that, well, this is a scene I couldn't see because of the quality of the video, but apparently she rips off her necklace, revealing that Artemis is alive, and also reveals that Aqualad was a traitor. Brain stops Aqualad and Artemis in the traps, and then the Light shoots them. However, Aqualad was smart. He has played a recorder, revealing to the Reach that the Light has, as we have always expected, played the Reach for fools. This was correct. The Light never cared for the Reach. The Reach was only a way for them to gain public power and to get control over the Earth and the dominators of the Milky Way. They were manipulating the Reach the whole time. That it was obvious by these last two episodes that, well, everything they did was just for their own needs. So, well, the Reach and the Light is officially non-partners now. However, they have yet to let down their guards. It turns out Deathstroke, well, he has been knocked out, and he has been disguised it's Miss Martian in Deathstroke's disguise, and Aqualad and Artemis are alive. The team arrives and a huge fight ensues. During that fight, Ra's al Ghul gets killed, and Clarion and Vandal disappears. So does Brain and the rest. Well, the Black Beetle leaves behind the ambassador because the Black considered him weak as a leader, but takes the scientists and escapes. And after this, the Aqualad is accepted back into the team, and Nightwing gives him leader again, even though Aqualad fought his father and revealed he could never, while he saw his father's noble side, he could never live with the fact that his father was such a terrible villain and all that. But he still had that eye, a bit regretful when he had knocked down his father. Wonder why? Well, we will never know, seeing that next week is the last episode. So, well, and he amends with Aquaman, and he's at the back of the team as their leader. However, after that, the Warworld leaves orbit, and after Captain Atom reveals to the public all that the Reach was just play, they takes over planets by using, and when they think they have the right to take that planet, then, well, they can control it. They think so, at least. And therefore, the Guardians of, when they have been invited by a planet, the Green Lantern Guardians of Light cannot judge them. However, seeing that the Lights are here illegally or whatever, then the Green Lanterns are soon going to be arriving, kicking the Reach off this planet. Or if there will be a planet left, because Black says there won't be a planet left when they arrive. So he intends to destroy it. Well, next week episode, as I have always said, this entire video is the last. So how can he blow up the entire world? I mean, the war world is gone. It was nice seeing every friends and seeing that they have amends with everything. And seeing back, and we saw also Kid Flash in this episode back while he mentions to Impulse that after everything is over, Artemis and he are going back into retirement, and then he wants to give the mantle to Hero to his relative Impulse, and that's according to Impulse, that's so Crash. And actually, Kid Flash was quite light-hearted in this episode. That was actually nice. It's been a long time since we saw Kid Flash light-hearted side, so this was good. Well, as I said, it was good to finally see the light losing a little bit. Seeing that their light, and it almost looked like the light were, well, shattered in this episode. So that was something I heartily, I mean by the heart, welcome. Yeah, other than that, it was an okay episode. Still sad about the cancellation, but what can you do? That's just how people work. So next week, I'm not gonna, well, depending on the episode, I'm gonna more talk about the show next week. I'm not gonna do a separate video. I'm gonna mention a show and the review of the next week's episode in one go. It will probably be long, but those who want to watch are free to watch. And of course, like or dislike if they want to. So this is actually this episode. It was a nice setup. So I'll see you guys in my other videos. Bye then.